always pick up that special brand of coffee when there are so many other brands that are lying on the shelf? Is it because of the brand awareness? Why one reel on social media goes viral like crazy and the other reel doesn't even feel like it's existing in the platform anywhere? Is it because of the power of content on social media? Why is it that one jingle that we hear on radio or a TV commercial and it just stays with us for days and days? Maybe because it's the power of storytelling that we liked about it. Have you ever thought about these questions? Well, if you want answers for any of these questions, stay tuned with me till the end of the video. Don't go anywhere. Turn on your notification bell, subscribe to my channel if you've still not done so, as we're going to be deep diving into this world of marketing today. Hello everyone, this is Sonia, your companion and host on Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. And of course, the ideas are brewing and we're having coffee together. So let's get started with today's episode on what is this world of marketing all about. And I'm going to share with you few of the terms which are very commonly used in the world of marketing, and what is the idea behind it, what does it mean. You've heard it, but then you don't know the true meaning of it. So stay tuned, stay with me till the end and you'll get all your answers. So let's get started. Why do brands need to get involved into marketing? Now, very famously quoted by Dr. Philip Kotler. We all know the name. We've read books and books of Dr. Philip Kotler. So as per Dr. Philip Kotler, marketing is the science and art of exploring, creating and delivering value to satisfy the needs of a target audience or your target customer at a profit. So all the activities that you're doing, you have to keep a profit in mind. Now, this science and art are very important elements of marketing. Now, how is it a science? Because of the insights, the analytics that you do, the metrics that you use, all this is part of the science. Now, art means the creativity that you bring on table, the stories that you're trying to generate, where you're able to connect very emotionally with the customer. You're trying to get the customer relate to your brand, not just in terms of the product features, but yes, he's able to connect emotionally with your brand too. And you're executing all these activities that you're doing in marketing very cleverly. Delivering value is very important in marketing. So why is delivering value important? Purely because you're trying to attract new customers and you're trying to retain already existing customers that you have in your kitty. So that's the reason delivering value is very important. It's not like one customer has bought your product and service, so you can forget about them. No, you have to then turn your existing customers into your brand ambassadors, people who are loyal to your brand, who spread good words about your brand. So they become your brand voice eventually. That's the reason delivering value is important to your existing customers also, and not just keep focusing only on acquiring new customers, right? And delivering value, what does it do? It is actually telling us that firstly, we have to answer what your target audience needs. Only then you can deliver value. When you know what is it that your target audience is requiring, then only you can offer solutions to meet those needs of your target audience. In simple language, if I have to tell you, all the things that you do to promote and sell your product and services to the customers, to the consumers, all falls under marketing. That is what is marketing all about. It's very important to understand your target audience, create very compelling stories or messages, and also promote these stories or promote your product and services to the right people at the right time using the right channels. I'll repeat this once again for all of you. So it's very important to understand your target audience, creating compelling stories to reach out to your target audience. It's what is the message that you want your target audiences to hear or read or listen. So those compelling messages that you're creating and promoting these messages to the right people at the right time using the right channels. It's very, very important. Right people, right time, and right channels. If any one of these three are missing, then you're wasting money of the company and you're not doing justice to the marketing budget that was allocated to you. So let's understand at a deeper level why we need to do marketing. Because see, marketing is an expense. You have to keep spending money as much as possible to gain more of brand awareness, to get qualified leads. So it's an expense. So it's very difficult to get budgets when you have to spend money. The management will always tell you, I really can't give you that budget. So please manage in the small budget that you have. So in that small budget, you have to create brand awareness also. You have to do promotions to reach out to your target audience also. You have to pay the agencies who will work with you in creating some very compelling stories about your product and service. So why do we need to do all of that? Why can't we just do a typical, maybe give an ad in the paper? If the whole of India will see your ad of the paper. Well, wait, I'll tell you when I come to terms and what are the different terms, what is ATL, BTL, then you'll come to know why we need to really think through everything in marketing and not just take it for granted. Okay, fine, we'll print an ad, we give a jingle in the radio, तो marketing हो गया. ऐसा नहीं है. There's a lot of thought goes into creating very systematic, strategic marketing plans which give you results that you would want your campaign to give you, right? So why do people and brands do marketing? Number one, of course, brand awareness, because your company or your logo or your product gets known to a lot of people. People get familiar with your product and service. So if you're launching maybe a shampoo brand, or you're launching some noodles, or you're launching a new car or a scooter or whatever, you first need to let people know that we are there in the market, and that is what brand awareness is all about. Number two is lead generation. Marketing activities actually then start giving you leads. Leads are nothing but people who have shown interest, either because they're curious to know more, or they would like to test and try your product, or they are basically exploring and they would like to see how you are different from the other competitive product in the market, or they're simply interested because they want to buy your product. So that is lead. So when a person comes in, he's inquired with you, and then you take him to the next cycle, you handle the objection. So I've done an already video on sales. You can refer back to that video as to what is the journey of a customer when he starts interacting with the sales team. Number three is customer acquisition. Now, when a customer has inquired with you and finally he has given you a check, he's already bought a particular product and service, that is customer acquisition, where you have acquired that customer through your marketing efforts, whatever that you did. Maybe that customer bought your product online itself because you had given a buy now and the person took an action there, or you said visit my store, so a person took an action, came to your store, liked some product and service and bought it. So yes, that is customer acquisition. Number four is customer retention. So all your existing customers, you need to keep refreshing that you are existing. Any new modifications you've done to your product, any more products you've launched in the market, so you need to keep updating your existing customers. Maybe you can do an email campaign, send out WhatsApp messages, or simply just be in touch with your existing customers by sending them birthdays or anniversaries, or just sending them random once in a while some newsletter about what is happening around your brand. You just want them to be updated. So you're doing all of those activities. Why? Because you want to keep retaining your existing customers, and that is through all your loyalty programs that you roll out. Right? Number five is, of course, customer insights. So all the marketing efforts that you're also doing is because you're gaining customer insights. Insights is nothing but how customers are behaving to a particular message that you're rolling out on different platforms. Which age group of people have started responding to your ads? Which area in India you're getting more responses from? So there is a lot of customer insights that you get, and you can actually do surveys for that. You can start talking to customers to know what is their need, what is the problem that they're facing, for which you will be bringing in a solution for them to use on. And lastly, the seventh point is revenue growth. Well, there are too many more points also, but I said aaj 7 is a lucky number. Let's talk about 7 reasons. 7 reasons why you should be doing marketing activities, and then I'm going to share with you 7 terms that are very commonly used in marketing. So revenue growth, of course, when you are doing any kind of a marketing activities, or say you're doing a TV commercial, you're doing a sponsorship of an event, you are rolling out an email campaign, whatever customers are coming and inquiring about your product and services, eventually they are buying, which is eventually leading to revenue in the company. So you are adding, through your marketing efforts, you're basically adding to the revenue growth of the organization as well. Yes, so there is so much of benefit that companies and brands can derive if they use marketing in the right way, target the right people at the right time, and using the right channels, right? So now that we've looked at why marketing is important, now let's look at top 7 terms as per me that you should be knowing about. Say if you're starting your career in marketing, or you're in a different role, but marketing is something that is exciting for you and you would like to shift into a marketing role, but you're hesitating as to, I don't know the lingos, they keep talking about these words, but I don't know the actual what's the meaning of it, then stay tuned and I'm going to share with you some of the top top 7 terms as per me that you should be knowing about it. And of course, since I'm going to be doing more and more videos on marketing as well, so I'm going to keep bringing in more and more terms where you can actually enlighten yourself and it'll be more informative. So on terms, the first one I want to talk about is target audience. We've already spoken about it, but still, a lot of times we talk about target group, target customer, target audience. All of this is one and same thing. There is no difference in that. It simply means the specific group of people that you're trying to reach, to make an impression, to make them aware of your product and service, or you would like them to take some action when you are reaching out to them. That's it. Target audience is nothing but a specific group of people that you're trying to target. Now, these specific group of people might be of a particular age group, which brings me to the next point, which is buyer persona or your target audience persona. It's one and the same thing. Now, buyer persona means it's a very fictional representation of what your target audience looks like or your target customer looks like. It's a very fictional representation of it, meaning that target customer, ideal customer, is not there in front of you in like form, like it's not a human being that you can see in front of you, but it's a very fictional creature or a creation that you've kept in your mind, that your target customer will be maybe a male, female, of a particular age group, should be present on all these channels, his educational qualification should be this, he should have worked in these kind of companies at a particular designation. So that is when you're creating a buyer persona or a fictional person that you have in mind, whom you're trying to target and reach similar kind of ideal customers. Many people, what they start doing is they start keeping, I've heard about this, and it's a very good practice to do. Whenever you're doing a meeting in your conference room, you're doing a brainstorming, or you're coming up with some strategy, how to reach out to your target customer, all you need to do is keep one chair empty for that fictional character that you have in mind, or your ideal customer. And in your mind, your ideal customer is sitting on that chair, and whatever strategies that you're making, you're looking at that chair to see whether are they going to be like appealing to your target customer? Are you moving in the right direction or not? Many companies do that, and it's a good way to actually then start developing strategies that resonate with your target audience or your ideal customer that you have in mind. The next term that I want to tell you is sales funnel. Sales funnel is basically a journey that you're creating for your customer right from the first awareness or first contact that a customer makes with your brand to eventually him buying your product and service. And that whole journey is actually like a sales funnel, where it is very broad on the outer bit of it, and as the customer is filtering in, it becomes narrower and narrower at the bottom. Now, what does it simply do? You've done an ad campaign, maybe you did a print ad or you've done a radio ad. So what happens? You start getting, say you've got 100 leads. Now 100 leads meaning 100 people have inquired about your product or service. Now what happens when they've inquired? They're at the top of your funnel, right? All of them come. Now you start following your sales process, where you start calling them, you engage with them, you handle their objections, and then you'll see that out of those 100, few have already vanished. They're not, they're your customers anymore. They're not interacting with you because they're not serious. They were not serious, or they realize that this product is not meant for me. So they just give up and they vanish. And only the serious and interested people will keep continuing through the entire journey and give you a check to close the sale. That is a sales funnel. Now, the next one is ATL and BTL activities. Sound very familiar? Above the line and below the line marketing activities. Now, ATL, above the line activity, is a very broad approach that you take in marketing, because you're trying to reach a very broader audience and you're trying to create your brand awareness in that ATL activity. Like you're giving a TV ad commercial, you basically giving radio jingles, you're doing print ads, you're doing a double spread, a single front page, back page, quarter page. So you're doing print ads in the newspapers or magazine ads that you're doing. So these kind of ATL activities are more for brand awareness, and it's very difficult to actually know the impact of your campaign. You won't know the impact, that how many people actually came by just looking at the ad or by reading a magazine, how many people have actually interacted with you by just looking at that. So it's very difficult to know the impact of these activities when you do. And yes, they are very, very expensive. So if you're already a marketeer, you know that in Times of India or maybe Economic Times or Hindustan Times, giving a double spread or taking a jacket ad, how much does it cost? Nationally, the entire all India campaign that you're doing, or even if it is some city-wise campaign also doing, it's very, very expensive. So you really need to think through whether you want to create brand awareness because you're launching a new car, right? It's a luxury sedan car, and so you want to give a full page print ad, and you want to do a radio jingle, and you want to do magazine ads, because you want people to be aware of that this brand has launched another car which has got X features, Y features. So in the newspaper, you're giving all the features about the car. On the other hand, below the line activities, what we call it at BTL. Now BTL is purely from taking an action point of view. So all the activities that you do is for conversions, whereas ATL was for brand awareness, BTL is for conversions that you do. So basically, you're wanting people to take an action, close the deal, give you the money, and become your customers, like your existing. You want them to turn into an existing customer of yours. So BTL are those like you're doing lead gen campaigns on social media, you're doing Google ad campaigns, you are doing an email campaign, you're doing PR, you're through PR, you're writing articles, various journalists are speaking about your brand. So that is very organic marketing that you're doing. And also you're basically looking at some sponsorships, participating in various expos, so you know how many leads are coming in, and you can actually know the impact of these campaigns as well. So it's easier to calculate the ROI of the money that you're spending in your BTL activities than the money that you spend on the ATL activities. So I hope by now you're very clear what is ATL and what is BTL activities that we were talking about. The next one I want to talk about is CTA, call to action. What is the CTA that we need to do? What is the action that you would like your customer to take is call to action. So many times when we see ads in the social media platform, it says sign up now, learn more, buy now, know more. So when you're wanting people to take an action, these guys, or subscribe now, these are the words that you use because you're wanting people to take some action. That is the call to action. That is what CTA means. And lastly, I want to talk about marketing channels. Marketing channels simply means the platforms or the methods that you're going to use to reach to your target audience, right? Are you going to be using, say, print ads? Are you going to be using social media? Are you going to be using emails as a route? Or you're using radio? So whatever is the ATL, BTL activities that you're planning to do is your marketing channels that you're utilizing. Is TV the medium? Is YouTube your medium? Or is it print your medium that you would, or billboards that you're trying to put is your medium? So those are marketing channels that you're trying to utilize to reach to your target audience. Whether it is billboard, outdoor, indoor advertising, you're doing PR, you're doing email newsletters, you're sending it to them, you're trying to reach them on the social handles or whatever format or through your online digital platform that you're trying to reach out. These are marketing channels. So I would just like to wrap up this by saying that marketing is a very ongoing process. So regularly you need to analyze how your campaigns are performing, analyze what is the results that you're getting from your campaigns, adapt your strategies accordingly, and always try to learn new things so that you are staying with the times, with the changing trends. You're also learning to change and you're adapting these trends for your benefit so that you are staying ahead of the curve. Thank you for watching me. I hope you found value in my content, and if you did, do like, comment and share my video with all your friends and colleagues. And yes, have a fabulous Thursday everyone. Stay creative, stay strong, stay happy, and keep exploring new things that is gonna actually help in your careers, right? So have a fabulous Thursday everyone. And yes, if there is any other topic that you feel you would want me to take up in my channel, then please do leave a comment and I'm going to surely have that video sometime in the future. Have a great day everyone. Bye bye.